Hi guys, welcome back to Charmin's Kitchen. A pleasant good night to each and every one of you. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, I would like to welcome you to my channel. Today I have a quick and easy Easter recipe to share with you guys. If you want to see what it is, come on down and let's get cooking. So this is a recipe for fish and bread, and I think it is the perfect recipe for the Easter season. The fish and bread, look how beautiful it is done, and you guys will love the flavor and the taste of this amazing recipe. So let's get started. With some very simple ingredients, we're gonna make a beautiful bread to go with our fish and bread today. I have my flour all measured out. I have some brown sugar, my yeast, I have some melted butter, some dried flour, and I have some lukewarm water. We're gonna start activate the yeast, and then I will walk you through the entire step for this beautiful bread and fish recipe today. So in the bowl, yeast, about 2 teaspoons of brown sugar, that would help to activate the yeast. And I'm gonna add some of my lukewarm water in here. We're gonna mix this around. I'm gonna cover this and leave it to sit for 10 minutes, and then we will get back to the yeast. So now that our yeast is activated, we're gonna start mixing our dough for the bread. I'm gonna add my brown sugar to add a little bit sweetness to the bread. White sugar can work perfectly well too. And if you're not a big fan of the sugar in the bread, you can leave it out. So let me make a well in the middle. And our yeast is activated. So we're gonna add it to the flour. And I'm gonna go in with my melted butter. This is gonna add a really nice flavor and texture to the bread. And then we're gonna mix the two into the flour. I'm gonna leave all the measurement in the description below. And then we're gonna go in with some more water. And I'm gonna go in with my hands to do the final mixing. So my dough is finished. Now I'm gonna leave it to sit for at least an hour. You can go longer if you like. Depends on what time I'm ready for this dough. But after an hour, it's good to go as well. I'm gonna cover this with a tea towel and leave it in a nice warm place until it poof up a little more. So while my dough is resting for the bread, I'm gonna start preparing the fish. So I have here some Bangamary fillet. I'm gonna go in with some salt. Very simple ingredients because we're gonna be adding more flavor to this fish. We're gonna add some paprika for a little bit of heat and some color. And we're gonna go in with a little bit of black pepper. I'm gonna go in with my hands now, and we're gonna massage all that flavor in to the fish. And I'm gonna start frying these Bangamary fillet up. I'm gonna lightly dust the fish with some flour and fry these up. So the fish are frying up in action. I'm gonna fry them until they're nice and golden brown on both sides. So I finished frying up my Bangamary fish. They're looking nice and golden brown. I have some ingredients here that I'm gonna be adding to the fish. I have some Marinate pepper or wirrie pepper, finely chopped. I have some cilantro, finely chopped onions, and some green onions finely chopped. Now I'm gonna break up the fish and add all those seasoning to it. And then we're gonna start putting our fish and bread together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break these up into small pieces. And the smell of the fried fish and that seasoning already smell mouth-watering good. So I'm gonna break them up so we can have a little bit of texture in the fish, like with nice big pieces. So today I'm using Bangamary fillet. Any fish fillet can work, of your choice. I'm gonna be adding my green onions, regular onions, cilantro, peppers. Any pepper can work, or you can leave the pepper out if you can handle too much heat. So now I'm gonna nicely mix this up with my hands, and this smells amazing. Nally, how it smell?
Good.
And you get to taste.
It's just really good.
So now we're gonna start putting our fish and bread together. Let's check on our dough now. Oh my gosh, it looks good. So we're gonna take out our dough, and we are nice. We're gonna cut these into some, let me see here. Let's put it here, and then we'll cut it into 5 pieces. So let me make it to a log. So I cut my dough into 5 pieces. And now I'm gonna roll the doughs out. Just like when you're making roti. So I roll my dough out nice and thin like this, like a roti. And now I'm gonna put the fish filling in the center here. And so what I'm doing now, I'm cutting the edges now that I fill the middle with the fish mixture. And we're making a real fish and bread here today. So we're gonna wrap the dough over the fish, and we're gonna do one over and then one on the other side, then one over, one from the other side, and we're gonna keep going until we cover the entire fish like that. So I finished one of the fish wrapping, and I'm actually making a fish shape with the dough. So I'm gonna set this one aside. It's not completely done yet, and then I'm gonna continue with the rest, but it's looking good so far. So I'm just showing another one before I continue with the rest. So I did put the filling in the center, and then when you're doing this, you wanna make sure that you cut even strips on both sides, so you will have enough to loop over each other like that, because the idea is for us to cover the fish and to have that shape of the fish when it's done cooking. So I'm gonna keep going, and then once I'm done filling all of it, I will show you the next step. So I finish putting together all the fish and bread. I'm gonna quickly brush them with some egg batter, and this will add a nice color and sheen of the outside of the bread. I have my oven warming up to 350 degrees. I'm gonna cook these for about 15 to 20 minutes, and they will be ready for our dinner. And as you can see, I have 5 here. So I have a trout, a snapper, red gray snapper, red snapper. I have different fish here of your choice. And to put on some eyes, I'm gonna use black pepper like that, and I'm just gonna press it in right on top here so it looks like a real fish here now. Look at that. It's looking beautiful, right? Tell me how I look, guys. This should be over here. For my fish and bread, it's looking stunning. And then for the final touch, I'm gonna sprinkle some sesame seed on top. So when we finish baking it, it's gonna have a nice sesame on the outside. And this is perfect for Easter. Your Easter dinner, or if you have friends or family over, they're gonna be very excited to try your fish and bread when it looks so beautiful in the eyes. So here is my beautiful fish and bread, all nicely done. I have enough for the entire YouTube family. So come on down with your favorite drink or some hot cup of tea, and we will sit down and chit chat and enjoy our fresh homemade fish and bread. Hope you guys like this recipe. So here it is, my friends, our beautiful fish and bread. I'm gonna go in for some vegetable, and it looks so beautiful. I don't even want to dig into it. I had so much fun preparing this fish and bread today, and I serve it up with some asparagus and some carrots cooked in butter, garlic, a little pinch of salt, and black pepper. So I'm gonna go in for my asparagus first. Cheers, guys. Always prepared with a crunch, because that's the way we love it, with all the nutrients locked in. And this is the carrots. I'm gonna have a bite for you guys as well. Carrots is nice and soft and well flavorful. So where do you guys want me to go in with? Look how perfect this fish is, with an eye, mouth, tail, everything. So it looks so beautiful. I just want to break it and let you see. The inside is warm. It's still warm, and there's not a lot of bread. Like, there is fish and nicely done. There is the fish and all the seasoning, and the bread nicely wrapped over it. I'm a head person. I like fish heads, so I'm gonna go in first bite for my fish head. So cheers, and this is your mouthful, guys. It is nice and warm. The bread is nice and soft and have a nice sweetness to it because of that sugar that I added. And the inside filling, the fish with the cilantro, the onion, and the Marinate pepper, I bite into one. It's right at the end here. It's so flavorful and so delightful. This bread is so soft. What a beautiful dinner today. I had so much fun making it, and I'm gonna have so much fun eating it. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Until then, I want to say stay blessed, stay safe. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye for now.